Hi, welcome back to Mike's Diabetes World. I'm wearing this silver cloth to help with a neck infection I have and just sort of to clear things up and cool it down and make my neck better. Just so I'm up in the open of what's going on. It's just a skin ailment. It's not really a cellulitis, it's more just a fungal thing that with my neck down all day, it had a chance to grow. So we're taking care of it. That's why I have this white cloth here. But today, I want to talk to you about not eating as a type 1 diabetic. Years ago, when I was first diagnosed back in 1977, you had a booklet. And in this booklet, in the front 2 pages, was your diet written out. It was a glossy book. It was a booklet. It was a booklet. And in it, you had your diet, and then you had to, food was broken up into everything, and it was broken up for breakfast, morning snack, lunch, dinner, or afternoon snack, dinner, and bed. And you had everything planned out, and you had to eat it. Because if you didn't eat it, you had a chance of a low blood sugar. Some people now who are on multiple injections still follow this way of eating. I'm happy to say, with new advances in the pump, my friend James, you can miss a meal. And if your pump has the correct basal rate going, which this one does, you should be fine with your blood sugar. Great. But also, right now there is a craze out there with Ozempic and Navi, there's Manjaro. There's a whole bunch of these drugs, all suited for you to lose weight. Me being rather large, I haven't had the chance to really enjoy being on it. But here, I get fed breakfast, lunch, snack, dinner, snack, and that's it. 5 meals a day. So, they're not really all meals, but if I choose not to eat, with the pump giving me a basal rate, I'm pretty safe. You can achieve pretty much the same thing with multiple daily injections because now they give you a long-acting basal rate, which will cover you if you don't eat, if you have it right on. But there's more chances of having lows. I can remember my sick day plan was always you can have ginger ale, but you don't need to gulp it. All you need to do is sip it if you were sick. You could try soups, you just had to make sure that your body got the nutrients it needed to carry on. Right now, my body doesn't really want food, and for weeks I'd be eating, and then at night I'd be visited meals. And since I haven't been eating in the day, I've been feeling a bit better. I'm still a little nauseated, but at night I don't have the big let's revisit things. So you need to be safe. I can have ginger ale or popsicle anytime I want. I can also ask, since I'm not eating, I could ask for bread and toast if I want to start to eat again. And that's important. Things like you could have apple juice, ginger ale. I enjoy the ginger ale. I, Lord knows, drank enough of it. And that helps me bring my blood sugar up as needed. Other things I found Nibs licorice. I'm able to bite a piece off, suck on it, and it doesn't, it's not like I'm sitting there eating it. Candies you can have and suck on. I always found that when I was sick, and this includes car ride or motion sickness, or just, you got the flu or whatever, sucking on a peppermint candy, the Scotch mints, oh, not the English mints, but the Scotch mints that had that hard coating, sucking on them always seemed to make me feel better. But if you have been on a period of not eating, begin slow. Don't wake up one day and say, oh, I feel better. Let's eat. Start with soups, um, puddings, dry toast. I know a worker will bring a piece of toast to me, butter it. I know that's just said dry toast, but I could have the butter and I had it, and that was my progression back to eating. Hell, I could, anything they put down in front of me, I want to eat it because I feel like it's going to be a waste of food because they'll just throw it out. And I think that's unfair, but it's part of food safety in an institution. So it's important that you keep an eye on your blood sugars if you're not eating for whatever reason. My pump is lucky keeping things under control. Now I know this is my phone on my pump, but if I open it up, just a sec here, I can see exactly where my blood sugar is. I had something to eat, a popsicle. So it bumped up to 10, and now it's come back down. I'm at 6, and that's okay. Just remember to keep your blood sugars stable. If you start going low, you're going to have something. Whether it be tea with sugar in it, ginger ale, Coke, Pepsi. I'd stay more to the lighter side, like ginger ale, 7-Up, Sprite. Just suck on it slowly. Have a popsicle. Get your blood sugar back up so that you're not fighting that and ending up in emergency room. Lord knows, if you have the flu, it can get out of hand and you could end up back in emergency. And that's something that we don't want. So, be prepared. I'm happy I'm in a medical type institution here. It's not a hospital, but if I have to go to the hospital, I know that one's close by, like it's in the same complex as we are. It's just over there. So I know that I will be taken care of. But I'd rather stay in my own room, quiet. Believe it or not, the only time I have lights on is when I'm talking to you. Especially yesterday it was like 35. And this is So today's like 30, 31, and then it'll cool down again. But summer you get these hot temperatures. So if you're getting ill, if you don't feel like you're eating, like you want to eat, but you're eating, yeah, I'm eating, have a pump. If you're sick and not eating, keep an eye on your blood sugars on your pump or do finger pokes. Watch the carbs and popsicles and give yourself the appropriate insulin. If you're not eating, you don't take insulin, right? Forget that. You still have to take your insulin as prescribed. Most doctors will prescribe insulin in order to keep your body going. You have to take your insulin. If you count carbs, count any carbs and sugary drinks you're going to have. And then count it in as part of your insulin routine. Check with your doctor about sick day plans. I'm not a doctor. I don't claim to be a doctor. I'm just giving advice that I have learned over the years. But always double check with the doctor. I'm glad if anyone points out anything I've said wrong. Please be respectful, but let me know. How does your doctor, or what does your doctor say for people who are sick and not eating? Or if you decide to miss a meal, how does your doctor say, hey, I think you should do this? Right now, my pump is ruining my life. Thank goodness I have a Guardian 4 sensor that goes with my MiniMed 780G pump. And it gives me my blood sugar so I can easily press a button, see what my blood sugar is, and move on. Have a game plan. If you want to miss a meal, you're on a pump, or you have a great plan by your doctor, follow it. 3, if you're sick, get a remedy as soon as possible. If you find you're not eating, call your doctor, see what he or she suggests. Keep an eye on those blood sugars. You can go low, but when you're ill, you also can go high, and you don't want to end up in emergency with the DKA. Keep those in mind. Have a chat with your doctor. Get a game plan going for when you're ill. Have a great day, and we'll talk later. Bye now. My email address is Mike's Diabetes World at gmail.com. All one line. Drop me